Morning, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to Love 500 and welcome back to Project Gino, day 5 I believe. So we did the front yesterday, finished that, well, sort of finished it off, still some minor adjustment as you know. Today we are going to do the seat belts, the pre-tensioners. Once they're done we should be able to plug in MultiECUscan and find out whether the airbag ECU needs to come out and to be sent off for resetting. So let's get on with it, let's do it. Just before we get into this video, I just wanted to show you this video that was sent to me by one of the subscribers. So Sean is a subscriber to the channel, and Sean has actually been to see me. I think it was last summer. Can't remember. I lost track of when it was now. And his daughter had he's got an R-Bath, and his daughter had a Fiat 500. She was now looking for an R-Bath, and I found this one for them, and they went and bought it. And when they went there to buy it, Sean did this little video, so take a look, see what you think.
As you see, we have an empty driveway. That only means one thing, that with the magic of YouTube, here we are. I can't see nothing wrong with it at all. Little tiny spots, if I can show my finger, just there where it's been touched up with a tiny little paintbrush, but that's nothing. Literally nothing. Brand new discs, pads. I mean, yeah, not a mark on it that I can see anywhere else, not at all. Obviously you've seen it all before, but I just thought I'll show it to you again. 2 keys, services. Here's the inside. The only thing I can see is the mark on the seat there, but obviously scrub them up. Original R-Bath mats, 5-inch screen, but yeah, everything is good.
So what do you reckon, another budding YouTube channel coming on? He's nicking my morning though. Nice one, Sean. I told you I'd include it. Anyway, back to the video. So as I briefly showed you yesterday, the wheels, both the front wheels have been painted. Cleaned and painted. Back ones are yet to be done. They're all nice and clean, ready for the things to go on. Back ones, haven't touched the back ones yet. I would have done those yesterday, but I'm going to take the bumper off, aren't I, to replace that chrome bit. So I'll obviously do that at the same time when I take the wheels off, which makes it easier to get the bumper off, to get to the screws. I'll do that at the same time. Seems silly putting them on and then having to take them off again. So yeah, so today we're going to take the back seat. I'm not going to take the folded down bit of the back seat out, but I'm going to take the pad out, and then we won't take out those back panels because you don't need to. We'll just release them and then move it forward, get those changed. So I am going to set you up on time lapse for doing this. Disconnect the battery obviously, and then we will get on with it. So without any further waffle, let's do it. That's that done. Cut my hands up again as usual. One tiny little nick makes so much blood. Right, yep, you saw that on time lapse. That's all done. Push that bit back in, both sides. Pretty easy job really. So it is easier if you take those back panels off, but of course, as we all know, you always risk breaking that, and I point to it. Where's my finger? Why's my finger not on the lens? There it is. That bolt, just there. There's always the danger of breaking that, so I've zoomed in, that's why. Yeah, so I tend not to do that. They do come off, as I've said numerous times before. If you use an impact wrench, if you want to take those bolts out, they do tend to come out and go back in. Having said that, I have broken one using the wrench as well, using the power wrench. They don't normally. If you do use a socket on it, and it's a socket with an extension bar, you can almost guarantee they're going to break. And they're really stiff to get out as well, because obviously they go into the wheel arch here. If you want to be not pedantic but safer, then take the arch liner off and oil it up underneath, grease it up, clean it up with a wire brush, and then it will come out easier if you can be bothered to do that. Can you hear that? Parakeets up in that tree. Noise they make. Oh, here they are. See if I can zoom in on them. They're in amongst the branches, but if they move, you'll see them. Well camouflaged. Anyway, that's enough of birds. This isn't love birds, is it? Right, what's next? So, thumb nose. I'm just trying to think why that's off. I don't know why I've taken that off. That was probably from when I did the dash, I expect. That seems like a distant memory now when I did the dash of this. Oh, that's what I need to do. Right, so, as far as I'm concerned now, all the airbags, all the seatbelt, all of that is all now been replaced. So, if I plug the computer in, by rights, I should be able to clear it and have no airbag lights on. Now, as I mentioned before, on the when you have a front smash, normally, if the dashboard airbag and or the steering wheel airbag have gone, you get crash data, and that crash data is stored and can't be cleared by MultiECUscan, and it has to be sent off. The bonnet's up, just in case you were wondering why it looks so bad. It's not as bad as that. Yeah, so it has to be sent off to be cleared. Then when you get it back, you can do the proxy alignment, clear the codes, do the proxy alignment, and it's all good again. On this one, when I tested this one, when I first got the car, it came up in blue rather than red or black, and said intermittent rather, not intermediate, intermittent. Now normally when you get intermittent errors like that, you can clear them. Once you've cleared the stuff, you can clear them. So what I'm hoping is now I've changed everything, that will clear and the airbag light will go off. Let's see. I'll get it all fired up. I'll go indoors, get the computer, set it all up, and we'll come back and I'll boot up MultiECUscan, and then we'll come and have a look and see. And keep your fingers crossed for me, because I hate getting those things out. They're a pain in the backside to get them out. My cat's getting excited now. She's gone up the driveway. Anyway, yes, be back in a sec. Right, so computer is booted up with MultiECUscan. As you can see, I've turned the ignition on, and of course it came up with the airbag failure, see handbook, and as you can see there, the airbag light is on. So that's not unusual, even though everything's changed, it hasn't been reset. Now this might not work. This is hopefully going to work, but it might not. So if we connect to the ECU, it's going to come up with errors, and I'm hoping that one comes up as an intermittent one again, and then it will clear, hopefully. Okay, so go up to F3 errors. So it will come up with some of the airbags. I think I might have reset some of them after I did the dash, but it will certainly come up with the, no it hasn't. Okay, so they're all shown as intermittent. So it's still shown as, look, airbag and pre-tensioner impact data. Intermittent, light on. So that's the only thing at the moment that's causing the light to come on. The fact that it says impact data, now that's a different thing to what it normally comes up with. I can't remember how it's normally referred to. The words impact data are in there. It's something like crash impact data or crash data or something like that. I can't remember off the top of my head. But I think they're either normally in red or in black. And that's when you have to take out the ECU, send it off. So fingers crossed that this is going to work. So if I now go down to clear errors, hopefully it'll do it. There'll be no errors, and my airbag light will go out. I have actually got my fingers crossed. Oh, did I not click on it? Clicking errors, there we go. I have actually physically got my fingers crossed. Interestingly enough, they're not clearing. What? None of them are clearing. Oh, get off. Why are they not clearing? Well, I've never known that before. So everything is showing as intermittent but not clearing. Why? That's bizarre. Ooh. Well, that's a first. So maybe I need to get this reset then. Because that's not going, it's not clearing the rest of them, but it's intermittent. Unless, of course, no, I'm saying if there was an error with the actual airbag ECU and it said intermittent, if it was still, even though it was intermittent, if it was like present now, it would say present. But normally with intermittent, they will just clear. That's really weird. So I wish I had a spare one that I could swap over. I'm just going to have a look at the dashboard and everything else while I'm here. Just to see if there's, I don't think it's going to make a blind bit of difference, but I just want to try it. I've lost the mouse again. I must change this mouse colour. I know someone commented and said you can change it. Got a white screen with a white mouse and you lose sight of it. I must do that. Right, let's have a look at this. Errors. No fault codes, that's good. Disconnect. Dashboard, let's have a look at the body computer. I'm going to try proxy alignment as well, which shouldn't need, because of course there's no mileage flashing and there's nothing that's been disconnected. Although the stereo's changed, of course. Oh, radio receiver. Oh yeah, we know that. That's why. Yeah, daylight's open circuit. Yeah, one of those is still buggered. Left or front side lights. Yeah, that's where I banged on those chrome strips yesterday. One side of some. It's gone doolally again. We'll just clear what we can. Stop and start switch connect. Right, no fault codes. They'll obviously come back. The ones for the lights that aren't working. Let's go back to the airbag again. Connect. I might have a look, see how much new airbags are, new ECUs are on eBay, and get one anyway. It's always handy to have a spare, I think, to test these things. It's not going to work, is it? That's bizarre though, the fact that it says intermittent but they're not clearing. It's got to be something to do with that impact data. So it's basically all of the, so what we got, passenger airbag, driver's abdominal, yeah, knee guard, yeah, passenger abdominal, yeah, driver's airbag. So it's basically all of them, isn't it? It's everything there that I've replaced. Are saying intermittent. They're saying intermittent because they've been fixed. But that being intermittent is putting the light on. So it's got to be that, I think. Oh, how annoying is that? Let me try one more time. Clear errors, and then I'll have to take the damn thing out. I really didn't want to do that. No, it ain't going to work. Clear stored fault codes. Please wait. Nothing. Oh, bumholes. Oh well, never mind. I'm going to have a look on eBay and see if there are any. I can always replace it, and it's going to be that, without a doubt. That's a shame. That's really annoying, that is. I hate getting that thing out. You've got 3 bolts on it. I'm sure I'm telling you this, you already know it. You've got 3 bolts. Two on the passenger side are easy to get to, but the one down this side, that's why I didn't put that panel back on at the bottom, because it's an absolute pig. It's right at the front of the car, right hand side front of the car, and you just can't get to it. Even pulling the cables, taking the cables out of the ECU, the 2 plugs, pulling them right out of the way, it's just impossible to get to. I'll probably cut my hand up again, but it's got to come out. If it's got to come out, it's got to come out, isn't it? So I'm going to have a quick look on eBay now and see if there are any cheap enough. If so, I'll order one anyway. As I say, I can still get it repaired, but it's just good to have a spare, really, for eventualities like this. Anyway, so that's that. So I'll do that. I'll take that ECU out, and then I think what we'll probably do is give the seats a clean. I think we might as well get that done. So there's a few things left to do. We've still got to do that back bumper. I might see if I can get that done as well today. So the back bumper strip has got to be changed. That's assuming I can get it off of the other one, off of the old one, without breaking it, because they can be a bit tricky. I'm going to attempt to put in that camera as well, the reversing camera, and link it up to the stereo. The stereo's got to be fixed in properly. General clean. I've still got to finish off that front. There's not that much left to do really now. Really, I think, yeah, there's not really an awful lot to do. So rather than me sitting here talking to you, waffling, let's just turn that off. I should get on with it, shouldn't I? Really. So, quick look on eBay. See if I can see an airbag ECU. Take this one out. Get it sent off. And then clean the seats. So we'll be back in a minute when we're cleaning the seats. So yeah, see you in a minute. Right, as you can see, the ECU is gone. As the blue plug, the two blue plugs are the ECU wires, and it was in that little space there. Pig as usual to get out. 3 bolts, 3 10mm bolts. When I put it back, I only put 2 in. I don't put the 1 in this side because there's no need for it. Stupid place to put it. So I think I've mentioned before on videos, and I know I've recommended the bloke that I use to do the reset on eBay. It's 35 quid. I noticed that some people are charging 100 quid to reset data. What are they on? £35. He used to be down in Kent, and he moved to Romania, and I always kept his listings bookmarked. Saved in eBay, and obviously it came up this morning when I was looking for it, and I saw that he's back in Kent again. So I did message him and say, I see you back in the UK, and he said, yeah, he's back here for another year. So he was still doing the same thing, but obviously it would slow it down a little bit because you have to send the thing to Romania rather than to Kent. So I bought that. I bought the service, 35 quid. So basically what you do, you do buy now on eBay. You pay £35. You send it off to him in Gillingham. He resets it and sends it back the same day. So depending on how you send it, I'm going to use Hermes. Every parcel goes missing. Let's hope not. Send it to him. He'll get it in 2 or 3 days' time. He'll turn it around that day and then send it back. So he normally sends it back by post. So we'll probably get it back. What's today? Today's Thursday. I'll probably get it back by about Wednesday next week. So if I was desperate for it, I'd send it first class recorded or first class special delivery or something like that, but I'm not in a massive rush for it because obviously there's still work to do. But I will put up his eBay name and a link to his eBay shop in the description, and I'll stick a picture up here of the listing that I bought from. I do highly recommend him. I've sent these off to other people who have fried my ECUs. I've used this fella, Electronic Services, probably 15 times, 20 times over the last few years. Every single one has been spot on. So I highly recommend him. I know some of you have got other people that you use and will probably recommend, but if you're not sure, I highly recommend this. I have no idea what his name is, but his eBay shop is Electronic Services. As I say, I would have already put up a picture, and if you want to see, if you want to click on the link in the description, it will take you straight to his eBay shop. Anyway, that's that. So next thing I'm going to do is clean the seats. So again, I will set you up on time lapse. We'll fill the machine up with fluid, set you up on time lapse. Let's get these seats cleaned. But they are rather dirty in places. They're not overly dirty. These grey seats do show up the dirt, but we got some rather nasty looking white stain there. I think that's probably coffee or something. Not what you're thinking. But yeah, it's quite stainy. This seat's worse. That one's just grubby generally. The back seat's not too bad. As that seat's out, I'll clean that outside the car, let it dry in the sun. I'm not going to bother taking the seats out in this weather, although it's not particularly sunny today and we are expecting thunderstorms. It's quite warm, so with the windows open and that, they'll dry off pretty quick. Maybe not in a day, but they will dry off pretty quick. So let's get on with it. Let's get these seats cleaned, and we're really getting there on this now. There's not a massive amount left to do. So yeah, let's do it. nice and clean. As it's a warm day, as I said, it's going to dry off. The trouble with the stuff that I use, and I'm nearly out of it, so I need to find something else to use, is it gives you all this white residue as it dries, and I have to go over all the plastic afterwards and give it a good clean. You may have noticed that my neighbour's car's gone. They've just come home from holiday while I was doing the seatbelt, and he's just gone out. So I will have to move this at some point when he comes back, but it probably won't be till tonight, I don't suppose. So yeah, all nice and clean. That stain came out quite easily. I had to put a garden chair cover on the seat when I reversed the car out to let him out. Otherwise I would have got a very wet arse. But yeah, windows down, letting that dry out. And I've just put the rear out in the garden to dry. That will probably dry by the end of the day. So that's great news. All nice and clean, lots of overspray. Yeah, I'll have to find something else that doesn't cause that white residue. I'll have to have a look around and see what's on the market. So I think the next thing I'm going to do is I may as well get the old bumper out and see if I can take that chrome strip off without breaking it, and then I'll take this bumper off, change the chrome strip change the chrome strip over and put it back again. I was going to do the wheels as well at the same time, but because the neighbour's now home and I can't really leave the car here up in the air for too long, so what I will do, I'll jack it up and then the wheels drop down, and then it allows you to get to the bolt. So I'll do those wheels at a later date, hopefully when this pile of crap has gone. Yeah, I am starting to lose my sense of humour with this now. I haven't been able to check my email this morning because my wife's working in the spare room upstairs. So I can't really get to the computer. When she has her lunch at 2 o'clock, I should be checking again. But I think I've already told you, I rang them yesterday afternoon. Yes, I did. I told you on the end of the last video, didn't I? So the fella said he was going to email presumably the person who's dealing with my complaint and get them to contact me. That will only be by email, not by phone. But yeah, whether they have or not, I won't hold my breath. I don't suppose for a minute that they have, but you never know. So I'll check that, and then when my wife finishes work at 5:30, I'll check again. So yeah, I'm not sure if I've said this or not, but I've made a decision that if I haven't heard from them by Monday, I'm going to be reporting this to West Midlands Police. Because as much as it's a civil matter between me and Copart, and I would need to sue them, I'm increasingly wondering, due to... Now, someone did point out, which I never thought about at the time, was when Copart advertise cars, they cover just the last bit of the registration. So people that are looking at the listings who are not members, who are not buying cars, criminals who want to clone cars, or clone number plates, sorry, I've just zoomed in, who want to clone number plates, can't see it. And they can't see it on the listing unless you're a member, because it's just stars or asterisks or something. This entire number plate was covered up. And also, of course, the number plate in the locked car was on the dash, where it still is, with tape across it. Now, someone said they don't do that, something's not right. There's something dodgy going on here, which may be true. However, I did think that when they got this car, they may have thought it was on false plates. So that's why they've covered them up. They couldn't remove that one because the car was locked. So then they've covered up the other one. That could be a reasonable explanation. However, it could be something dodgy. So, as I say, as much as a lot of this is a civil matter between me and Copart, if there is any criminality that's gone on, I want to get to the bottom of it. And so, of course, the best people to do that are West Midlands Police. So, yeah, I'm giving them till Monday. And if I haven't heard from them tomorrow afternoon, I shall be emailing them and telling them that if I don't hear from them Monday, I will be reporting it to West Midlands Police, and then they can talk to them. West Midlands Police may fob me off and say it's a civil matter. However, I'll give them registration numbers, VIN numbers and so on, and see if they can investigate. They might do a little bit of investigation and then tell me it's a civil matter. And if there is any criminality that's gone on, then they can deal with it accordingly, whether it be Copart, the garage, or somebody else. But that's where I am at the moment, because I am really getting peed off with this now. Really getting peed off with it. There's no excuse. They've sent me the wrong car. They should have said, terribly sorry, sir, we made a mistake. Someone made a mistake. We'll investigate what the mistake was, but we'll come and get the car. Because that's not the car you paid for. So we'll come and pick it up. Even if they said, we'll come pick it up, get it out of your way, and then once we've investigated, we'll give you your money back. I would have said, okay, fair enough, get rid of it. But no, they don't care, do they? Anyway, that's enough of that, because I'm losing my rag with this. let's get this bumper done. Unfortunate. I think you probably realised on time lapse what I realised by the time I started to take it off, that this is a pop bumper, but what they've done is they've stuck it on. So they've cut off the top tabs. The bottom tabs are the same, so the tabs that go on this bit are still here intact, and they slot in okay, but the top ones aren't on this bumper because it's a pop bumper. So had it not been all that glue over it, I could have reused it just to put it on as a pop bumper, had I known. But now I've done that, and of course I've destroyed the other one, taking it off. I'm going to have to glue this one on as well. Not the end of the world. I have glued front ones on in the past. The bottom things, I've glued those on in the past when I've had a pop bumper, when it's been the only one I've been able to get. So I'm assuming this is probably what happened with this one as well. I haven't actually had a look at the back of the car. It's very, very, very dirty, but I haven't actually looked at it. Let's have a look. Okay, so we can see that it hasn't had a rear crash at any point. It's the original, what looks like the original crash bar. There's nothing in there, just dirt. So I'll clean that up before I put it back on as well. But that's always a bonus, getting that off and having a look. Wow, filthy, absolutely filthy. But then I suppose they do get filthy, don't they, if you don't clean them. But I'll do that afterwards anyway. I need to sort this out. I need to get this old glue off, or as much of it as I can off, and then I've got some tiger seal that I'll tiger seal it on. The state of it, a lot of it is taken off the chrome. That's what that goldy coloured bit is. It's taken the chrome off, so I'll get a chisel on it and see if I can get as much of it off as I can. I'm not going to bother filming that, and then once I've done that I'll have to grind off the tabs on the top like they've done on that one, and then glue it on. Nuisance. I wouldn't have bothered if I'd known. I would have tried to use that other stuff, or just kept it as a pop bumper. Damn it, never mind. It's all extra work, but these things are sent to try us. So I'm not going to bother filming this. I'll just get it all done, and then we'll come back when we clean up the back and get it back on again. So I'll see you in a bit. Right, done. That was a pain in the arse. It really was. As you can see, I've got it stuck on with tape. I had to cut all of the tabs off, all of them, even the bottom ones, because for some bizarre reason, the tabs on that bottom bit are different. So I think on the pop bumper, you just get a black strip. They must be a different black strip, because the tabs are in a different position. So I had to take it all. I put it all on, and of course, it wasn't pushing on. So I had to take the damn thing off again and do it again. Absolute pain in the arse, but it's on now anyway. So bumper's all on there nicely. Fitting all the bolts are in, all the screws are in. Just need to get it off the jack now, and I'll need to redo some of that tape. There is some tiger seal on the plastic, but once it's dried, IPA will get that off. Excuse the noise. There you go, down off the jack. I just put some more tape either end, just to keep it so it doesn't spring out while the tiger seal's going off. So there is a bit of tiger seal over the bumper, and there's a little bit on the actual chrome bit as well, but once that's all gone off and dry, that just scratches off or peels off or wipes off with a bit of IPA, so not a problem. So that's it, I think, for today. Seats, probably, I'm not going to touch the seats because my hands are filthy dirty. I'll do it with the back of my hand. I'm a little tiny bit damp, but they're virtually dry, not far off, so I'll put the car back around the corner and let it dry with the windows open for a while. Back seat's dry. I'll just stick that in the garage for the time being. I won't bother putting that back in just yet because I'm filthy dirty and I don't want to get in the car now with clean seats. I need to glue this on because I keep putting it on, but I think some of the tabs on the chrome bit are busted, so it just keeps, every time you close the door a bit hard, it falls off. Nothing wrong with it, it's just the tabs are gone, so I'm just going to glue it on. Seems there's no point wasting it. So yeah, so that's it for the time being. So we had quite a good day today. Got all the seats cleaned. What else did we do? I've forgotten what we done now today. Seats cleaned, done the back bumper. What else did I do? You know what? I'm losing my mind. Oh, we got those on last thing yesterday. So yeah, I am pleased with that. Got the ECU out as well. Oh yeah, we did seatbelts, didn't we? Of course, yeah, done all the seatbelts and pre-tensioners as well. So you may have noticed that the aerial, I'm not even sure if I've shown you this, the aerial is gone. The reason for that, I will show you, is I think I've probably shown you before. Look at the mess down here. I've got to clean this up as well. That was a job and a half, that was, getting all that, well, I didn't even get all of the glue off. Got some G101, diluted G101, giving that a good soak. I will soak the other end of it as well. I'll cover that up, the thread bit, and soak it the other end, trying to get it clean. The old Miracle stuff wasn't doing it. The old elbow grease, it got a bit off, but I just need to do it a bit more. Yeah, so see what I mean, these tabs on this tab, can't point it and show you at the same time. Those two top tabs are broken, so it just falls off. Never mind, I'm not going to do that. Actually I will do that now. I'll get some more glue out and do that, might as well. So yeah, so I think that's it for today. So this will be a Sunday video. I am back at work tomorrow, and then I will be off again on Monday and Tuesday, so we'll carry on Monday and Tuesday. And in theory, I know we won't have the ECU back by then, but apart from, you know, cleaning inside, putting everything back inside, put the seat back in, sorting that stereo out, just getting it, you know, more securely in there, getting the back wheels painted, clean up those wheel trims, which are okay, they don't need refurbing, they're all right, getting those on. Need to track down service history. The oil, if I remember right, it looks really good in this. I haven't checked the air filter yet, so I need to do all that sort of stuff, but I'll do that right at the end anyway. But yeah, pretty much there. And I am going to do that camera as well. I'm going to attempt to put the old reversing camera in, because that'd be quite cool. So that's it for the time being. Yeah, so that's the end of the day today, end of your Sunday video. Hopefully we'll pretty much, I reckon, be finished next week. With a bit of luck, another day or two on it, and I think we might be done. That'd be good. Anyway, that's your Sunday video. Thanks for watching as always. If you're not a subscriber, hit that button. Actually, I'm going to put it up there for a change. Hit that button up there. Subscribe to the channel. We will see you next week. So until the next one, take care, stay safe, and we'll see you soon.